So it's Russian. That was Nikita's old catchphrase.
Oh, say it one more time.
Zhatoyata.
Okay, what does it mean?
I've heard the explanation like a whole 4 times.
Yeah?
And I don't remember.
Well, just text Nikita real quick. Call him up.
Call up Nikita?
Yeah, call him up. He's going to be on the podcast. He's not even going to know. Oh, by the way, Nikita, you're on the podcast.
Mind if we use your likeness and your voice, your audio?
Please say yes.
Please say yes, please. Yeah, so, I don't know. We talked about having Nikita on.
Yeah, and we can...
It'd be interesting.
Hey, I think he'd be a fun, I don't know. He's definitely a colorful character. Like with a very bright past. Like I don't know, I know it was all wrestling, but just the more you tell me about Nikita, the more intrigued I am every time his name comes up.
Well, he's very humble now. He's the first to tell you when he was in his wrestling heyday that he was not a humble guy. He was he had a bit of an ego.
Well,
and he's been humbled,
Good for him.
He's been on quite the journey ever since. And as he says, he's not arrived. He's not,
It's a good outlook to have, I think. Like it's I don't know. It's a good mentality.
Never finished.
Yeah.
Growing, learning, whatever.
It's like Steve-O. Well, not that. Just that growth.
No, I get it.
And
you're right.
Like Nikita can look back and go, well, I haven't always been this way, and I was this way and that way, and you've got Steve-O that's kind of done the same thing, turned his life around and goes, I was a douchebag, like I was such an asshole, like.
It's so funny because Nikita and Steve-O are two totally different people, but their journey isn't like, well, it's still pretty different, but it's not crazy different.
Yeah.
Nikita Koloff and Steve-O, the two people that I would have never thought about having in the same sentence.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome. And speaking of people with a colorful checkered past, my wife is in here to ask me something. Yes, babe. For what? What time is it?
9:30.
What did Best
10?
Buy do now?
Yeah. Yeah, actually they may... No, it's Tuesday. 9. They close at 10. They close at 10 when I used to work there. Anyways.
Tuesday is good for Taco Tuesday and Best Buy Tuesday.
Yeah.
BBT.
BBT. No, why?
Because my adapter doesn't actually work.
Just digging into our podcast time. Look at this. Harry Potter and the audacity of this bitch.
Harry Potter. You're going to be on our new poster. No, I was joking. Okay. Harry Potter and what?
Harry Potter and the audacity
of this bitch. Well,
It would not be the end of the world if you happen to know where the box for that adapter is.
No. You're returning it? You are outside of your 2-week period. They're not going to take it.
But it is a Tuesday. Does that
Yeah.
factor in?
No. I don't even know which manager's working to be able to tell you if you could slide it or not.
It's also 9:31,
Yeah.
so be aware of your time.
So I'm going to say no.
Trey used to work at Best Buy.
Yeah, I did. I wouldn't take the return.
This is exciting.
If a husband wouldn't take a return, would a manager?
Yeah, exactly.
The answer is yes.
Yes, probably. Maybe if you showed your ass out a little bit.
Also, the
Love
gesture
you.
she was giving wasn't of any adapter I know of.
What was the gesture?
You have the...
Yeah, exactly.
You have the red brick.
Yeah.
Do you have that? Do you have the router? But I mean the adapter.
Yeah.
You know what we have an adapter for?
This intro?
This intro.
I'm still digesting that one. That was... I mean, hey, it's better than some of the other ones that we've had.
So, How would you have segued into that?
How would I have segued from that conversation?
Well, now you've got time to think about it.
I don't know. Now you put me on the spot. Now I'm not going to be able to think about it.
I was on the spot.
You were on the spot.
It was a perfectly acceptable transition.
Yeah, well.
Thank you.
Yeah, well. Suck a dick.
That's his response.
I don't know.
Salutations, good people. Welcome to the CS Podcast, where we create stuff, or if you're Trey,
create shit.
And today we have our hands absolutely full with more shenanigans. And a new featured content creator of the week.
We do.
Yes, one Justin Tate of TikTok. We will dive into his content a little bit later and explore what it is he does and
what it means to be a Justin Tate.
What it means to do what a Justin Tate does.
Yeah, what do Justin Tate do? He do stuff.
And he do it well.
He do well.
I hope.
He
takes a lot of TikToks from his refrigerator.
Uh-huh.
So maybe there's a lot of fiber in that refrigerator.
Maybe. Who knows? One could only hope.
We've talked about Justin Tate's butthole and his bowel movements enough. We're gonna.
I never mentioned his butthole.
Well, you talked about his bowel.
You
movements.
brought up his butthole.
Did I really?
Yeah. You were butthole was never mentioned until you went Justin Tate's butthole.
For the record, neither of y'all really mentioned buttholes. It was just
wait.
The doo-doos he do well.
Yeah, you said doo-doo.
Well, doo-doo. Hey, that doesn't necessarily.
Actually, Josh, you said doo-doo.
Yeah. So, I mean,
what's better than me saying Justin Taint on accident? Justin, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
He's like, oh yeah, they featured me.
Oh, they featured me.
As the time ticks on, yeah, he's more and more disappointed. Like, oh, why am I?
Guys, can you please just you got 25 subs on YouTube. Just get rid of it.
Maybe podcasting's not for you.
Or breathing.
Yeah,
breathing. It's not for everybody.
Oh man. So, Josh.
Yeah.
Joshua.
Joshua.
Did you catch the replay video this Sunday?
You mean the one on the CS Podcast YouTube channel?
There was a CS Podcast replay YouTube video. Yes, there was, sir.
Yes. What was that? Yes, sir. What, sir?
Yeah, how about Jim?
I did catch it, and I was entertained. I had a blast shooting it.
Yeah.
Twice.
We did have to shoot it twice. Why did we have to shoot it twice? Because, well, I'm not going to name any names, but somebody's microphone cable quit working on us in that shoot, and we didn't know. And it was a similar problem that we had in Key West, where we didn't get Ramsey's audio for a shot. So
it's funny, for those of you listening and watching, it might sound like Trey is saying it was my cord.
No, it actually wasn't this time. Usually if it's unnamed like that, I'm talking about myself, but I am talking about another individual.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Bob's mic cable.
I was going to say, your boss?
Yeah, my boss.
Your boss?
My boss. Boss man.
Boss man.
Boss-a-rooney.
Did I say boss?
It was a little, you had a little
something in it?
Yeah.
Well, I got my teeth in, so. My teeth always mess things up.
My teeth make me devolve into a Boston accent.
I've always known teeth to be a real problem when we're talking about balls.
Balls. Balls. So we did our replay catches everything with Trent Falafel, and Jim Ovaltine. Jim, take it away.
That's right. We sure did.
I feel like it has to be like
That's dangerously close to.
Yeah. What would Jim's just over there?
And Trey can be like, Jim, why the hell do you do that?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you, young man?
So yeah, we had to shoot
Did your
that
dad
twice.
beat you with his belt while he was still wearing it?
So yeah, I had to shoot it twice because we shot it. We went through the first time. I died with that Muppet rat dog fart of a mustache. I did, man, because I'm technically allergic to dogs.
You are?
Yeah.
You owned 3 in your childhood. You are not allergic to a damn dog.
Oh, I'm allergic. That's why I stay sniffled. Every damn sniffling. No, yeah, and so we were sitting there, and I had this dog, just the dog toy right here, which is, spoiler alert, that's what that was on my face.
That's what makes it even funnier. I looked at it and I said, "Is that one of the dog toys? Did you just cut a strip of a dog toy?"
I cut it and then I taped it.
What was it originally? What was the dog toy?
I don't know. Jet tears them apart. I have no idea. It's just the shredded remains of probably a raccoon or something.
Just like he tears up whole entire sleeves of chocolate rice cakes.
Oh, you still not over that?
No, that was month 1 that I was here, and we're on month 6. And man.
Dude, he just takes, I walk and I'll be like, what is all that in the backyard? Where did it come from?
Well, it confused me because it was nowhere to be found. I couldn't even find the remains.
Yeah,
I would have been like...
He just obliterates it.
He obliterated it. The plastic, I went looking in the backyard just to know if that's where it was. I couldn't find anything, and y'all were like, oh, it was probably Jet.
At least some semblance of, like, closure, I guess.
Yeah, I had to just, it was like, if... I don't have a good comparison to what Jet did to my rice cakes.
Yeah.
And then having to hear from you guys, they're probably dead, and you're never going to see them again.
You're never going to... You go out there and dig through his shit, you might find a little grain of rice, but it's...
They're a little... They were chocolate chip rice cakes, so I might find a little morsel.
He's got such an iron stomach. But anyways, back to the replay catches everything.
Yeah.
I don't know, I had a blast with it.
did too.
It came together pretty well, too. We shot that in, I don't know, a couple of hours, and then had to reshoot the next day. Because of the audio issues. If it wasn't for the audio issues, we'd have finished it that night.
Well, it was kind of, I don't know, a happy coincidence. Not a happy coincidence, but that we both had blue blazers.
Yeah, it really was. Like, you were like, man, I've got a black one too, by the way. I didn't even know it. I found it while I was putting that one back up. Shout out to Quaid, our producer, for that blue blazer, because I had to use it to get married in, so I recycled it.
And yes, when he got married to me, that's when he was wearing the blue blazer.
Yeah.
He was my best man, and of course that was when he wore the illustrious, sexy blue blazer.
Yep.
It was sexy on you.
Oh, thanks.
Seeing you in a jacket.
It's weird, isn't it? Ugh. It's like seeing a lion with, like, I don't know, coattails. A vagina.
No, I gotta say, Trey, in a suit with, like, when he does his hair up in a ponytail, I always think he looks like the perfect, like, gangster character. So, like, whenever, like, I want to shoot, like, a gangster movie, I always think, I need to get Trey in a suit, I need to get him in a ponytail, and we're good.
And that's it. That's money.
It's Trey's ponytail's money.
It's all right.
That suit jacket's good, but that ponytail is money.
So, let's see. Yeah. What did we do after that? We threw a little after party. Played a little Phasmophobia.
We debuted our new schedule this past Sunday. So we had the premiere.
Yep.
At 6. It hit at 6, and then I don't know. The video's what, 3-4 minutes?
It's like 2:45, 3 minutes long.
It's okay. Yeah. So yeah, and then we had our live stream set to go live at 6:05.
Yeah.
Live at 6:05. That's a thing.
Huh?
And then, it sounds fun. We rolled at 6:05, and we were playing Phasmophobia. And if you weren't there, or if you want to laugh, so you're pretty accustomed to the game. You're used to it.
I don't jump scare too bad.
Yeah.
There were instances where, like, I got a little unnerved. Let's put it that way. Like, I would hear something. Like, what was that?
Well, when I saw you get a little, like, creeped out, I was like, oh gosh, something must be happening for Trey to get, like,
it's just
spooked.
weird. It's even better if you've never played it and you do decide to play it with headphones. Like, it's so much better with headphones. It really sets the mood. And if you can, I mean, we obviously needed lights because we were streaming and you needed to see our faces. But if you could play it without lights, oh, buddy.
If you wear headphones, there's a much better chance that it will spook you.
Yeah. That was adorbs.
I thought you were going to make fun of me for it.
No.
Like I did about the adapter in the intro.
I will. I'm having a stroke over here from that.
Okay. Are you having a stroke, or are you... I don't know, you got that blanket over you, or are you just stroking?
You're stroking.
The blanket is to cover my half-nude lower body.
You misunderstood him, Josh. He's having a stroke.
Oh. Well, it all makes sense now.
Yeah. I'll finish promptly.
He's having a stroke. He wasn't lying.
Yeah. I too have a stroke from time to time. It's just normal.
Yeah.
Just listen to the Strokes, Josh.
Yeah.
Great band, great activity.
I'm
a song about that. Stroking it to the Strokes. Just a good old-fashioned stroke off.
beef stroganoff.
Nikita, we need to call him again.
Yeah. So, yeah, you playing Phasmophobia, though. Probably the highlight of that whole stream. Just because I don't know if I've ever seen you jump like that.
Like, you haven't watched my past horror streams from 2017. I mean, why would you?
No, yeah.
That's not me holding anything against you.
Yeah,
but
no, I haven't.
You would see that. Oh, my jump scares. It's like my dad said, you didn't scare me, you startled me.
Yeah.
Well, that's the manly way to say it. Like,
Yeah.
I
No,
wasn't
you were scared.
I was freaked out, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fair to say. I was like, Trey, I can't open the bathroom door. I can't get out.
Yeah.
And then we go hide under the stairs. And the funny thing about this game is the ghost can hear you talking.
Yeah.
So I'm legitimately whispering to you. I'm like, can the ghost hear me? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, I feel like I'm under these stairs right now.
And I'm sitting here, I'm like, turn your flashlight on. And you're like, huh? I'm like, turn your flashlight. You're like, huh? And I'm like,
I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of pressure right now.
and I'm like, oh, you're good. He's gone. The ghost is gone. You're alive. You made it.
That's funny.
Speaking of ghosts, though, there was Elizabeth Thompson. She was pretty great. But that brings me to Gary Bankston.
Gary
Bankston. And these nice ass chairs. Just a quick shit out to Gary Bankston here.
We're
before we
still
move
doing
on.
those.
Yeah, we are. We hadn't done it in a while, but we've been saving it up for a big old shit out.
Right. These chairs have our spines so erect, all
Yeah.
the blood is in our backs, not our brains. That's why we've forgotten to give you your
shit out. Yeah.
Thanks for taking
And
that
not just Gary Bankston, because I would be remiss to say
the real hero here is
Yeah.
Erin
Bankston.
mother of Emily Bankston. Emily, you
Bride of Ryan Holcomb.
son of Ann Fortner.
I didn't know that when I was having to go off of you.
I know it's Fortner, but you said Forkner.
I didn't know where you were going with it. I was like, Forkner.
That was fun. I just wanted to see you do
I
that.
thought it was believable right up until that y'all started laughing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
See?
no, it was
So
a
I
good
sold
job.
it. It was a good sell.
It was a good job, yeah.
Thank you. It was a good sell.
All right, talk about being
What a family lineage. May they bear beautiful children. A masculine child.
a masculine, unless it's a female,
And then a non-masculine child.
unless she wants to be,
Unless she wants to be a
unless she
masculine
wants to
child.
lift weights with Uncle Josh, and
It's gonna be Nora's future. She's gonna be like, no, put that down. You're gonna make Dad have to work out. Well, your daughter's in here. Why can't you be in here?
wait, what?
You talking to me? 'cause
Oh, okay.
Nora would be in here working out, and you'd be like, "Oh, your daughter can lift weights. Why can't you lift weights?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've had your whole life, and she's had approximately. I don't know what I'm saying. Keep moving on.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna keep rolling
It's,
into.
the wires were trying. They didn't do it. That happens sometimes. Yeah.
So what else? What else have we done this week? That's mostly it for the CS podcast that you and I have achieved together.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy. We had the release on Friday of Quaid, new producer.
Yep.
And then on Sunday,
Also really sucked because my second day of work, I could not film on Wednesday
That's
because
right.
I had a slight cold and I was feeling like dog trash, and I had to skip out on that. So I would like to formally apologize
Dude.
to
It happens.
to both Trey and Josh.
Just bring a doctor's note
Oh,
next
yeah.
time.
yeah, you'll be excused. We might pay you the next
I
time.
was gonna say, you
we
have to
might
use
not
it-
withhold your pay and pay you
Yeah.
approximately.
have to use that PTO.
But the Phasmophobia stream was pretty great. So
Thank you.
quality content.
It was. When I got done, I was sweating.
You were.
I had
Which
at
is
least-
normal though, because just the cramped quarters of just the nature of us doing the live stream. Anyways, we're
And
usually
the lights,
sweating.
the
yeah.
box light.
But
is
you were
right
extra
there.
sweaty just with the just with the jump scares and everything, and like you were hunting ghosts, man. Like you were getting it.
I was poking the bear with a stick, and by bear I mean Elizabeth Thompson.
Yeah, Elizabeth Thompson. Yeah,
I kept-
You would have lost a second tripod had I bought one and sent it with you.
Yeah, because I just couldn't leave well enough alone. I
Yeah,
couldn't
you were
just
done. You figured out what kind of ghost she was. You were like, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna mess with her.
I wanted to mess with her. Like I guess was a glutton for being scared, and I
Yeah.
went back in and
She locked the door on you. You couldn't get out.
Locked the front door, and I was...
So I'm thinking about it. I don't think the other ghost actually locked you in the bathroom. I just think you were pushing the door when it was pulled. I think that's what happened.
That could have been it.
Because you did the same thing trying to go out the door at one point.
I never got
scared.
the little icon that it was locked.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I was like, well, what did I do? I was pressing the right buttons.
I just imagine Michael Johnson, the ghost. He's just sitting here like,
God, no, you need to die.
He's like, well.
Natural selection at its finest. I'd never seen the hands and that animation for when you die. So when I saw the hands come around, well, I heard the grudge sound.
Yeah.
The bah.
Yeah.
And then the hands, and I was like, oh my God.
What is it? You were like, am I dead? I was like, yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I figured I was dead.
Yeah.
But with Elizabeth Thompson, I was like walking to the house. I was right around where she was, and I got on the little deal, and I was like, Elizabeth Thompson.
Yeah, really.
And my flashlight
into it.
was on, and I was like, Elizabeth Thompson, I think. And you go, I think it really helps if you cut the flashlight off. I'm like, oh, okay. I cut it off. I go, Elizabeth.
Yeah. It was perfect timing.
Oh,
Elizabeth was a good ghost. Good for her, man. She's a good sport.
She was a good sport. If you're out there, Elizabeth, appreciate
Rest
you.
in peace.
Yeah, or don't. You killed me.
Yeah. There's actually another one that has been released. I think it's called Ghost Hunt Corporation or something like that. And it's supposed to be like Phasmophobia. But from what I understand, the ghosts are a lot more aggressive, so you get a lot more activity. And instead of just identifying them, you have to exercise them. But it's got mixed reviews. But I thought about that might be something interesting to play at some point. It's supposed to be scarier.
Okay.
So I don't know, but I would like to Phasmophobia. Have you on the other desk and us both go in at the same time?
Yeah, we got to figure that setup out.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen anybody put a green screen in between the two of us
back to back,
and the webcams be benefiting from the green screen effect.
Yeah.
And our backs are essentially to each other or to the green screen.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting setup if that's how we do it.
We'll take a look at it and figure it out. We also got to figure out at some point this week what our next video. Well, no, we figured out what our next video is.
We know what our next video is.
Yeah, we just have to shoot it. So
do we want to give it a... I don't think it would give anything away if we said...
I don't know, man. Get good, scrub.
Yeah, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So, get good, scrub. No, so...
We're gonna roll through with that same setup this week. So... You're going to get this podcast, this tasty episode. You're going to get it Friday, which you're watching right now. And then
Or listening.
Or listening, yeah. I guess people could listen too.
Well, I guess if you're watching on YouTube, you're probably not listening with the volume off.
Yeah.
Since it's literally a talk thing.
It's a talking head.
It's a talk cast pod show.
Yeah, that's what the kids are calling it. We just come back in at So yeah, we're gonna roll with that same formula here for a little bit. Podcast Friday, new video on Sunday with a premiere that you can come and hang out. You can come and hang out with us. You can talk with us. We will be texting with you.
Chat.
Yeah, in the chat. We'll be live chatting with you guys while the video premieres. And then immediately after the video, we're gonna jump into the after party.
Man, you got excited.
Yep, got to sell it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need more of that from you.
Need more of that?
Yeah.
If I just spent the whole podcast like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Gary Bankston.
Yeah. Shit out. Gary, I'm going to need another chair before I break this one.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well.
Speaking of,
I'm so happy I've got you on that.
Yeah?
Yeah. You've joined myself, David, and Ryan.
And Sir Von Holcomb.
Which, by the way, I will let you keep the fans occupied while I look up Ryan's voicemail segment. Okay, I'm done with that.
Let's see.
He hasn't left me any new ones lately, so I'm going to have to...
He's going to have to get on that. I'm telling you, man. You're like, we featured him on here. We let him know, and now he's got stage fright. Ryan, I know you're watching. Listen to my voice, Ryan. I'm going to need more. I need you to step your game up. Promising?
That's Home Advisor.
Welcome to Ryan's voicemail segment. Hi, this is John with Home Advisor.
You know what actually sucks is Josh actually had a better time with Phasmophobia than I did.
Yeah.
Because the first time I played, I was stuck in that house and I was doing everything right, and that bitch wouldn't just like.
She wouldn't do anything.
She wouldn't do anything, and so I wound up dead on the easiest level, on the easiest ghost, just because she wouldn't do it when she was supposed to. I was like,
It's hit and miss, man. Sometimes pulling teeth trying to get them to do something. Did you find one?
I did, but we can't play that one.
Why?
Oh, I'll let you hear it, and I'll let you hear it after the podcast.
Okay.
shall we do another cut?
And you'll know why.
Okay. Well, we'll skip that one and save it for CS Podcast After Hours.
Probably.
Got one? Is that it?
Maybe it's a short, sweet one this week.
Okay.
But it is from July 30th. Hey, it's almost a year that he sent this. July 30th,
Happy voicemail anniversary, Ryan.
2020. Okay, let's see if it'll play through speaker.
Well, let's take a moment and enjoy this segment intro before we dive into Ryan's voice.
Sending it to you.
Okay.
Because it's doing this.
Oh,
It chose not to play through the speaker.
Make me do work, Josh. Oh, here it is.
Hey, motherfucker.
Ryan's voicemail segment.
Oh, that's only 4 seconds. Okay. Yeah, let's spank this baby out. Ready? All right.
Stroke it out, Trey.
You read that good the fuck.
What?
You read that good the fuck.
What? Dude, so my voicemail is, hi, you've reached Josh Oglesby. I can't get to my phone right now. Leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Oh, he's going, Oh, see, because I was thinking, like, what went through my head in that moment is if I had to use that audio for the voicemail segment, when it pops up with the little, like, instead of saying, hey, motherfucker, it would just be me slapping the keyboard a couple of times and then just fuck.
Yeah.
I feel like he's mocking your voicemail, but he doesn't realize that he's still on the line. So you get that last fuck because he's like, oh shit, I gotta hang up now.
He realized he was like, oh, this motherfucker, oh, Mr. I'm just going to be, oh fuck.
Yeah.
It's the realization set
that would be a normal friend, but not Ryan. He wants me to hear him making fun of me. Just like when he said, hey, mother effer, when you're in Mooresville, you answer my call.
Yeah.
So anyways, taking your dumbass to dinner.
When are you taking me to dinner, Ryan? That's the real question. I know we've only met in passing and hung out once, but
I feel like you two know each other way better than you actually do.
it's really, I feel that way too,
I
in a
feel
weird
like
way.
you know each other through me because I talk about you a lot to him.
Yeah.
Like totally
Yeah,
negatively.
and you just won't shut the fuck up about Ryan.
Right. Well, he's such a pretty man.
I can agree to that. He's got
such
the beard.
Yeah,
He's got the ass. Like,
he does. Tall, lanky,
yeah.
but not lanky. I didn't mean to say lanky. Normally, when you say tall, but like lanky follows up. But he's not lanky. He's tall, like decently in shape.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, y'all both know him a lot better than y'all are letting on.
Yeah.
You've talked nothing about his physique for the past like minute or so. It's like, up until this point, you were talking about his personality. Now that you actually talk about him, it's been nothing but how he looks.
Yeah. He's built like a Toblerone.
Like a what?
Toblerone, those triangular candies. You never see one of those before? Have you seriously? Do you seriously not know what a Toblerone is?
Maybe if I saw it, I would know.
You probably will once you see it.
Oh gosh, I can't wait.
But the fact that he's
So spell it.
Here, you can buy it on Amazon for $115.
What?
Oh, it's 4.5 kilograms.
Oh,
For you Americans, that's
Trey.
I don't know, like 12 pounds.
For you Americans.
I wasn't good with conversion.
What kind of... Okay.
It's just
Wait
a
a second.
triangle.
No, I'm sorry. I'm still reeling in from Trey's. Like, I'm not good with conversion.
It's just a triangular candy bar.
God. I switched to the picture of the lady holding it, and it's as big as her.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's built like a Toblerone.
I don't even know if it's a compliment. I don't know if it's a compliment or an insult. If he looks like a...
He's going to get a kick out of it. I don't care what you think.
I'm just trying to figure it out. This is when you go, I don't know, son. It's just a joke.
Yeah, that's just the top of it.
That's just the top of the Toblerone. Toblerone. Well,
You're welcome. You learned something today.
I'll be
Toblerone, pay us.
I'll be
Money.
I'll be dipped in crap and rolled in breadcrumbs. I don't know that I knew
Is
what
that a
Toblerone
Stanism,
was.
or did you just come up with that on your own?
I've heard it somewhere.
See, $2.79. I can get it at Walgreens, a decent sized Toblerone.
$2.79 for all that.
$2.79.
All that?
No, not all that. This one's like
No,
three and a
that's
half.
the
This is 3.5 ounces.
pounds according to Trey.
12.
The lady,
12.
12. I was generous.
the lady that was holding it was doing this.
Oh, really? Yeah. No.
Yeah, I mean, she was not a large lady.
Tobler-
she seemed to be in shape and
Yeah,
and
Toblerone's
skinny,
a
but-
European candy that's like
They're pretty
popular
good.
here.
Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah,
good.
they're actually decently.
You never
pretty
had
good.
one? We'll hit the QT. We'll go out for a rip, bud, and we'll hit the QT after this, and you can get yourself a Toblerone.
Get a Toblerone?
Yeah, you get out for a Toblerone.
Oh, heck yeah, bud.
Oh, fuck yeah, bud.
Yeah.
Oh,
thanks.
fuck yeah,
That
bud.
just did. I'll never say heck
That's
yeah,
a new.
bud again.
Yeah, please don't. That's a new song that. Just a new. So that was what? Be Rich. think?
That was the second one, but Out for
Well, yeah.
a Rip was.
Well, he's still out for a
Shark-
rip is Shark
Shark
Tank,
Tank.
which I think he is with. I don't know. That's a good one. I'm glad you put me on that.
I'm so happy you like when you heard it, you were like, "Yeah."
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
this-
"Oh,
this
awesome."
fucks.
So I sent it to Dave, and David's like, "Yeah, I don't know."
I
Like
don't
I
get
just
it.
kind of had. I was like, "You don't know anything about Canadians, do you?" And like at his age, I knew all about Canadians because there were a lot of Canadian wrestlers, and they were all heels because
Yeah.
they were made fun of by the Americans.
Yeah.
Well, I knew they would do all the Canadianisms to make fun of them. So I knew about Canada and what they're known for. Their quirks, or it's not quirky if it's
Yeah.
how
If
they
it's
were.
if it's just them.
It's just them. So I knew all about it. So when I heard that song, I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!"
Yeah, it's great.
It makes me want to be Canadian.
I mean, acknowledge the uniqueness, the boldness
unique, I
of
guess.
Canada to say, nah,
The Unmitigated Gall.
The mitigated Gall. Yeah, I mean, it's like South Carolina's state drink is like milk,
What?
but we don't put it on our flag.
what?
Our state drink is milk, but we don't put milk on our. It's a palmetto tree,
Yeah.
not a
Gorget.
not a glass of milk.
No, it's not a glass of milk. What? But milk?
Oh yeah, it's milk. You
What
know that?
What a thing, man. No, I don't remember learning that in 7th grade Earth Science Social Studies.
Honest to God, I feel like I remember
Bovine studies.
Yeah.
reading it in a social studies book in. I think it was 7th that I first
7th
learned
grade?
this.
Yeah. That's about the time you go through and learn about all the states and their bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was about it. But
That's the best I can. But why do I care that the state drink is milk? Like, I don't know. It just seems a little.
why do we have a state drink?
Yeah, it's a little odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want to know who decided on milk. Did we poll that? Because I didn't get a sheet.
I think it was decided before your time, I imagine, but
Well, can we? I don't know. Change it.
there's other states.
Usually, how it
that
starts
have,
is a state decides to do something, or they decide to make something
Yeah.
a state something, and then every state has to do that.
Well, I feel like it needs to be sweet tea, right?
well, there's plenty
Unless
of
it was
other-
already. Oh, I thought that was Zaxby's. I got really excited.
No, I just wanted to come in here and put on the record that Best Buy was closed, first of all,
Yeah.
but Target came through.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they had the adapter.
Well, Target wouldn't
But
take
were
your
you
return.
able to return the adapter at Target?
Yeah.
I was never able to find the box.
It's an ongoing story for the podcast.
So
I'm
you
digging it.
just had to buy a
Yeah.
completely new
Yeah.
adapter.
There's a whole story behind the adapter that maybe.
Can you describe how big the adapter was? Because you gave a gesture earlier on.
Was it like the size of a
adapter seemed
Toblerone? Would you
huge.
say? Was it Toblerone sized?
I don't eat Toblerones.
Morgan knows what a Toblerone is.
Josh did not.
No.
Well, you're not missing much.
Do you know what a Toblerone was, Nora? Mm-hmm. Probably.
Hey, come on.
Oh. See you in a little bit, okay? Love you. Wave hi to the people. He's like, hi, Quaid.
Hey, Quaid.
Oh, your audience. Hi.
I also got hamburger meat.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
See? Let's put that on there.
Yeah. Sure.
You appreciate the meat.
I appreciate meats.
You totes appreciate meats.
Totes appreciate meats. Big meats, little meats, small meats, tall meats.
Makes no diffs how size the meats is.
Yeah. Wide meats, flat meats,
All meats, your meats.
equal meats.
She/her meats.
Josh, I don't care about the sex of the cow. I just want to eat the meat.
Just want to eat the meat. Get it? What was it?
Once upon a time, are we going to dive into the fact that she only eats Target hamburger meat? Because thank God we have
Yes.
hamburger meat now because she can't get it from fucking Walmart.
No,
Why?
because Walmart's meat is tainted.
Yeah, something wrong with I was like, hey babe. I was like, I want to I found this TikTok video and I was like, it's how do you make really good ribs in the oven since I don't have a smoker yet. I'm going to get one. So I was like, I was like, so, put that in the order. We'll get some either ribs or some Boston butt. Like I want to do that. She was like, not from Walmart. And I was like, what you mean? I was like, what do you mean not from Walmart? Like we buy stuff from Walmart. She's like, no, it's not good. Why would you eat she goes, would you eat Walmart meat, Josh?
Oh yeah, I get thrown into anytime there's a discussion of food and the quality of it. I get thrown right in the middle.
Hey, Josh,
of it.
would you eat a Toblerone?
I would totes eat a Tobes. So I said, well, Morgan, if it's boar's head meat in Walmart and it's boar's head meat in Target,
Yeah.
the only thing that's different is the sign over your head when you walk through the door.
Oh, I thought she heard us. I thought she was about to come
That
in.
was
and-
Morgan, yeah.
I did too. I thought she was about to come in and be like, oh yeah, well this is what I think about Target meats.
Target's chicken.
Yeah, Target's chicken.
I just came here to see if my husband's still alive.
He's
Barely.
He's kicking.
Alive and well.
Yeah, he's over there having a stroke.
Wife, come back and help me complete said stroke.
Hold my tongue.
That'd turn into a whole new show.
So
Welcome to the CS Podcast After Hours. Oh, yeah. Behind the camera with Quaid and under the blanket.
so she doesn't like Walmart meat. Like can't get it from there.
And I don't like Target
Like
chicken.
any kind of Walmart meat, or is this exclusive to beef?
The hamburger meat mostly.
Okay, so but like chicken, hot dogs.
I
Who
mean,
knows?
we've gotten hot dogs from Walmart. Like it's meat, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I think it's
mostly
whatever Morgan's feeling that day.
Yeah,
And that's ironic because pork is considered a much more filthy animal than cow.
well, we get beef
Typically.
hot dogs. We get beef hot dogs because she's afraid of pigs and doesn't eat pork. That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother podcast episode.
And she even said it herself. She goes, well, I said, do you think it's just how you're feeling at the moment
Yeah.
on what you like and don't? She goes, no, it depends on what article I've read that's terrified me lately.
On
She
Facebook.
goes, and basically admitted how irrational. Like she
Yeah.
said, no, it just depends on what
yeah.
article I've read to make me have an irrational fear of
Yeah.
that thing.
Well, at least she's honest.
And I'm like,
I'm just glad we have hamburger meat. I used that to segue into her dad bought a whole cow one time. Had it butchered.
oh yeah,
And dude, that was some meat. Like it was
it was good. So what do you mean it was some meat?
like you know
Was it,
how
like, thick or
you know how a cow smells, Josh?
Yeah, like
Yes,
alive and well.
yes.
Yeah, imagine eating that.
Okay,
Like just cow.
like okay.
Like I don't know. It had some, I don't know. It was fresh.
Yeah, fresh, not clean.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
It wasn't
Like,
so fresh and so
Yeah.
clean.
Now,
No.
did he? I'm curious now because my wife and I were discussing this earlier because
Yeah.
we've gotten really particular about our food,
Yeah.
and we actually looked online. You can actually have a cow already butchered, but it's basically the entire
Yeah.
meat
Yeah.
delivered to your house, and it can last you upwards of a year.
Dude, I mean,
So-
it was a lot of meat.
So,
I don't remember
but
how much it paid.
But my question is, like, did he do that, or did he get a cow?
Oh, no,
and
he
have
did.
it butchered.
I would pay to see that, but no, he had it. I think he knew like one of the local farmers and did it that way. I think. And then, yeah, like packaged up like a bunch. Oh my God. We had hamburger meat that we ate on for like months from that. But it was different. Okay. So, like venison, you know, like deer, it has kind of like a gamey kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, my dad, the hunter.
So
I ate plenty of deer burgers growing up.
So like that, but cow version. Like,
so the deer meat I've ever had.
yeah.
So I had a girlfriend I was 14.
Uh-huh.
She came over to have dinner with us, and I told her that like my dad would kill a deer, have it processed, and we would eat meat. And she's like, "Oh my God, deer meat!" Like, I said, "Do you eat regular burgers?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I don't know." She goes, I know it probably would taste the same. She's like, but just the idea of eating a deer freaks me out. So when she came over, we totally fed her deer burgers and didn't tell her.
Oh, no.
So my dad asked her, he was like, "How was your burger, Christina?" She was like, "It was very good. Thank you both very much." He goes, "Oh, okay. So you like that deer burger?" She was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, it was a deer burger." She was like, "Well, you got me."
Yeah.
She was a good sport about it. She was like, I taste the difference.
But but you know what I'm talking about? That, like, I don't know, sometimes deer meat has that, like, just a different taste.
It
like
can.
It's like a...
gamey.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it was kind of like that. Like, it was, you could tell it had just been raised and butchered.
Yeah.
You know?
There was a line on a episode of, it was either Raw or SmackDown, WWE. I don't remember her name, but she had a very country, southern, like, backwoods gimmick.
Okay.
And she asked Daniel Bryan, he was talking, like, because Daniel Bryan is a vegan. But, I mean, guy's in phenomenal shape.
Yeah.
Phenomenal athlete. And he was talking about being a vegan, or she was, like, I don't know, giving him a hard time about it. And she said, "Have you ever even had," and she was going to say, "game meat. Have you ever even had game meat?" But in her southern drawl, she said, "You ever even had game meat?" So it became the newest meme.
Yeah.
Has Daniel Bryan ever had gay meat? And it was like, people were digging into it like, is this a reference to something?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it just
making fun of
happened.
it, yeah.
It just happened. But I thought that was funny.
Okay.
Anyways.
Well, segueing out of the meat department and on over into the creative department.
I just imagine us with little shopping carts. CS Market.
We passed by the milk section. We're like, actually, we need that. Come back, grab it, keep going.
I need my silk. So I'm off the dairy.
Oh, are you completely?
Well, no. I don't know.
Would you fucking lie to me? Don't you ever lie to me again, Josh Oglesby.
I'm so sorry, Daddy.
I'm off dairy. Really? Well, no, I'm not.
Actually, I upped my dairy game this week by buying cottage cheese for the first time in 3 years.
Is that whose cottage cheese? I saw it in there, and I was like, oh, she got cottage cheese. I can make lasagna.
No, it's mine. Don't touch it.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. No, it's really, that's the only dairy I think I was consuming before, though.
Yeah.
Before this week, like, if I see the bag of cheese out and I just heated up rice and chicken or rice and steak or whatever meat I'm eating, then, and I see the cheese out, I don't do it enough to where it's gonna really take a toll on me.
Yeah.
I will grab a small handful of cheese and sprinkle it over it. So that in it, before that, it was just like dairy milk with the protein shakes.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know that I eat any other dairy.
Yeah.
Now I'm incorporating cottage cheese because it's a slow digesting protein and protein.
That's very informative, Josh. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
If you guys want any more health tips, hit Josh up at dipshit on Twitter, and he'll be sure to reply.
Sure. But no, I added the dairy in. Other than that,
are always open.
Yeah. That's as interesting as that segment's going to get.
Yeah.
Me talking about cottage cheese and it being a slow digesting protein at night.
We went from talking about Justin Tate's butthole to your butthole.
We did not mention my butthole.
Josh's taint.
Josh didn't taint.
So yeah, you're off dairy. Good for you, man. That's
well, no, I'm not. I just
that's
You are
right. Yeah,
not
you
respecting this state.
Yeah, he
by
fucking
not
lied to me.
partaking in its drink.
You fucking lied to me.
Yeah, well, I thought about it, and I literally just like cottage cheese before bed's going to be a thing. So I lied to you. But other than that, I'm off the milk, which was a big part of my diet.
Yeah,
it was for years.
I'd say.
And then like after, I don't know, my stomach being constantly inflamed and feeling like I'm carrying a brick, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't drink the milk.
Maybe that, yeah.
But it's got so much protein. It's got so much protein. I need my milk.
You can replace that with, I don't know, like broccoli or like.
Yeah, every ounce like every ounce of milk, you're guaranteed to get a gram of protein.
Yeah.
Broccoli, not the case.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't do conversions.
An ounce.
Well, yeah, but like an ounce of broccoli would be like 12 proteins, right?
Oh. No, you'd probably have to eat a couple pounds of broccoli to get 12 grams of protein.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be like half a protein.
Maybe not even a half of a protein.
Oh, so like a quarter protein.
Possibly. Sure. We'll go with a quarter protein.
We'll nix the broccoli, go into the chickpeas, and if all else fails, quinoa.
You know what's really good for you?
What?
Water.
Water is good for you.
I've had a lot of it.
Yeah?
And I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. I've only done this maybe twice during the show. Okay, 3, 4.
Fucking lie to me.
I can You know what?
Set it free, Josh.
Y'all come back now, here. What if he just doesn't come back?
Okay, I'm gonna say, you're gonna talk off camera, and I'm just gonna be the disembodied voice.
He left me. I pissed him off. Why do they always leave?
Also, Trey, I was unaware that protein is a unit of measurement.
It's a unit of measurement. If you try really hard, anything can be a unit of measurement. 12 ducks? You got 12 ducks worth of proteins? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Half a quack?
Go 5 streets.
Yeah.
5 blocks.
5 stones. Stones is actually
measurement, yeah. No,
Yeah.
actually, that's what they say over in across the pond.
Yeah.
It's like your something stone is like X amount of pounds, but they've got like a stupid conversion system.
Yeah.
British money is the most confusing money that is ever moneyed.
Yeah, that has ever moneyed. That has ever been moneyed.
That has ever been
That has ever been levied upon the public.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I know there's pounds, there's
quid.
And then there's something else, but it's like...
sorry to our British audience out there. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, and sorry here too, because I it's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't remember it. But it's like with American money, it's all broken down into tens, really.
Yeah.
Like, but the thing about it is, like, for them, I think it's like 20 quid to a pound, and like
something. Yeah, I've never educated myself to like looked into it to know exactly the rate.
See, like,
I just hear it and I'm like, oh, okay, well that's whatever that costs over there.
Yeah,
I was like, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's like, well, in the spirit of measurements, you owe 20 monies.
Yeah, 20 monies. That's it. Yeah. That's what it should be across the board.
Yeah, universal money, universal currency,
monies. You own monies, and then we break down monies into.
Well, I like what they called it on
funnies.
Funnies. I like what they called it on Cyberpunk 2077. Eddies.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
Why can't we just have credits? Why don't we just go Star Wars and just have credits?
Just have the credits?
Yeah.
Monies
and credits.
That's
it.
Credits.
If it's not an equal money, it's a credit.
If it's digital, it's credits.
It's credits.
If it's paper, it's monies.
Yeah, that's monies.
And then it's heck, if you want to go a step further, you know, if you're debit, it's monies. If you're credit, it's credits.
Yeah, it's credits. Yeah,
and that's
that would solve everything.
Oh, it wouldn't solve everything, but
it would solve most things.
It'd be a step in the right direction for the people who are sick of remembering all this different currency.
Monies and credits. I say we push that forward. It's now a thing. You're welcome.
Yeah,
everybody's welcome.
I always thought, you know what was funny is I was having a conversation with my friend Caleb Harding.
Yeah.
I call him Harding. No relation.
Mm-hmm.
But he was actually we were talking about cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting, like how Elon Musk, all he has to do is like talk, and it affects Bitcoin.
Yeah, Doge.
Yeah,
he had the Dogecoin. He was like, "Hey, Mr. Timmons, how are you?" Yeah, he was like Dogecoin, buy it, and then it happened. He's got magic in their lips.
There's this one dude who's got like, I don't know how many Dogecoins like he actually has, but despite the fact that it's tanked, he's sticking with his plan of he's not selling any until it hits 10 million. So in the next 50 years, he's going to be
maybe Elon Musk will keep puffing it up.
Maybe, hopefully,
struggling there, Mr. Timmons.
I'm just trying to get him to calm down and sit. I figured I'd bring one of the stars of the replay
Oh, yeah, he
replay
ate
catches
my
everything.
arm.
Mr. Timmons did in fact eat your arm during that video.
Did you know that Mr. Timmons is sexually active?
What is he? Because he's rising? I don't know.
No. Hold on.
Okay, I'm curious. Well, I'm worried because Mr.
Well, now
Timmons
that Trey is gone,
is
Josh,
my
you can
child.
just talk to me now.
Folks, I'd like to introduce you to Little Timmons.
Little Timmons. So,
is that yours? I don't know where that came from. I just saw it. I saw it.
I think this llama appeared around the time of Easter somewhere. Because I feel like that's when I saw it. And I saw it for like a day or two, and I was like, hey, this house has a couple llamas now.
Yeah.
And then it disappeared, and I never saw it again.
It has a quarter of a third llama.
I'm sorry?
A quarter?
It has a quarter?
Of a third llama. No, the house itself has a quarter of a third llama.
Okay.
There's a third
I
llama.
thought you weren't good at conversions.
Well, yeah, when it counts. There's a third llama, but there's only a quarter of him because it's just his legs.
Because it's just his legs?
Yeah. Morgan is crocheting a llama.
Oh, currently?
For the past 3 or 4 years, yes.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
How
Trey,
fun.
Hold on. Back it up. Say that again.
So there's a quarter. There's a llama. There's a llama. There's a third llama. So you've got this llama.
Okay,
You've got this
I was
llama.
very
There's
confused
a third llama.
when you said a quarter of a third, I thought you were talking like a third of 25%.
No.
Okay,
No,
all right.
No. We're not talking about like 1/6 of a llama. We're talking about there's a third llama. There's a third llama, and there's a quarter of him because it's only his
Gotcha.
legs.
Okay, I was very confused. There
That
for
is
a second,
currently-
but we're brought up to date.
Yeah, that she never finished. So,
It's Morgan.
well, it could be little llama boots. He could have little Gucci llama boots.
He just call him Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci Timmons.
Gucci Timmons.
Mr. Timmons and Gucci Timmons.
Totes heart Gooch Tims. Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I felt like that needed to be brought over. I saw it early. So you know what? I did it instinctively. Did you hear me when I said it? When I found it? Because I didn't mean to. I walked over and I saw him in the bucket and I go, where the hell does llama come from?
You didn't mean to?
No!
I just got it.
I caught it afterwards and I went, that is
so
and then
great.
I went, where the hell does llama come from? And then I sat him down.
So if you haven't watched the replay video, probably one of the most popular line in that whole video is, where the hell did the llama come from?
Yeah.
So you picking up a llama going, where the hell does llama come from? Organically, naturally.
Yeah, without any, I didn't think about it. It was my natural reaction was, where the hell did this llama come from? Because I've never seen it.
That's hilarious. That's great.
Yep.
You can't pay for that kind of.
That's I am Trent Falafel at heart. Trent Falafel is just 45, 50-year-old me.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like at 45, 50 years old, you won't have your hair up. I feel like it's still going to be down.
Yeah.
Your hair is going to be down.
I don't know if I'd have that good of a mustache either.
Well, it might be that color.
Yeah, it might be that color.
Potentially. All right. Well, now that we got Mr. Timmons in the house and Gucci Timmons.
Gucci Timmons, William, Mr. Timmons.
So I just had a new goal
Uh-huh.
has just been birthed in my head.
Okay.
When we get popular enough to have our own Funko Pops,
Yeah.
how great would it be to have a Funko Pop of Mr. Timmons? That is my goal, is to get him over enough.
Get him over enough to the people we want him.
So Chris Jericho is known for getting over anything he does.
Yeah.
He got over a list, a literal clipboard. It was called the List of Jericho. He'd go,
yeah?
you know what? And he'd hold his pen up, and the crowd would start to roar and build.
Yeah.
And he'd click the pen and go, "You just made the list," and he'd write their name on their name down on the List of Jericho. It's like his crap list.
Yeah.
So he got over the click of a pen.
Yeah.
And he got over a metal clipboard. So I want to get over a stuffed llama.
Mr. Timmons.
Yeah. Well, you helped him get over. You put him over in the video.
I did put him over in the video. He beat the shit out of me.
You let him eat you.
Yeah.
Eat your arm.
Yeah, ate my arm off. What was I going to say? I was going to segue into, thinking about just wrestling, just the weird just shit that people get out. Like, it's such an eclectic just thing that they like a clipboard or like The Rock with his eyebrows or like I don't know. It's just weird. These weird little just gimmicks. These weird gimmicks that they're able to do.
That is the perfect use of that word in this context.
That we could I don't know. We very well could learn about and take away from. I think.
Every time we do something, I have a gimmick in mind. When I start my channel, it's like the finger in front of the webcam and pulling it away. That's a gimmick.
Yeah.
Salutations to good people. That's a gimmick.
Yeah.
And what we do with, I don't know, Fred the Bread. That's a gimmick. We
need to put Mr. Timmons in the intro too at some point. Don't let me forget that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what we would do with him, but he can be in there.
Okay. I don't either. I'd have to look at our intro again.
Yeah. Oh, what did we order this week?
Well, we're trying to.
Oh, what have we almost ordered this week?
So we ordered. We've been long overdue because we are in our infancy.
Yeah.
We need business cards.
Yep.
For when we interact with humans. It's a lot easier to hand a business card than try to explain what it is we do.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the business cards in a second.
Yep.
But we also ordered. If you follow us on Twitter, then you've seen. Because I don't know that if you just watch our YouTube, if you would have seen the poster.
We wouldn't have. Because we haven't shown it anywhere. I guess I could theoretically throw it up right here if I wanted to.
Okay, right here. Thank you. Yeah, that poster, we ordered it, and you ordered frames.
Yeah.
So whenever those things come in, we plan on hanging it right there.
Yeah.
As we plan on making movie posters an ongoing thing in the future.
Yeah, you know how we're going to have to get this up there?
Well, one of a couple ways.
Yeah.
One way more permanent.
Yeah.
Than other ways.
Yeah. I was thinking we could hammer this sucker.
Yeah, me too. Hey, just hammer it on in there. Hammer it on in through that brick.
The reason I say that is that'd be a great video. That'd be another replay catches everything. Kill 2 things with 1 video.
Kill 2 clips with one shoot.
Yeah. So, like, we obviously talked about one of the replay catches everything where you hammer your thumb.
Yeah.
And we have to hang it. So it's a great excuse to have to hang something. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were super incognito with that.
Yeah.
What are you trying to tell us on the cue card, Quaid? Cue card, Quaid.
This
We're gonna
is
need
why
a
I'm asking you to give me some sort of hand signal so I can give you these things.
Yeah.
Just show us your titty.
He just goes, huh.
Yeah, that's
And now it's time for the creator of the week.
That's right. That's right there, Jim. Let's talk about this creator of the week.
Today we've got none other than TikTok extraordinaire, Justin Tate. So, yeah, I've been following this guy for, I think, ever since I've created my TikTok account.
You just put me on him, so...
Yeah.
I had no idea, but the couple of videos, we had a little bit of a TikTok binge session before we started recording. Yeah, dude. Like, so forget everything, like, his acting alone, just, like, he does a great Jack Nicholson, like, that is what it is, but, like, I don't know, man, just his ability to capture the characters. I don't know, man. Like, he's just, like... From the couple of clips that I got to watch, I got the impression, and I could be wrong, I have to go watch some more, but I got the impression that as far as beyond the Jack Nicholson impressions, he is a good actor.
Correct.
Is what I'm getting at.
And I've dove into enough of his videos and seen the comments where people are saying, hey, you should be an actor, all this stuff. He
really should.
He does. That is one of his things. I can't remember to the extent of his career, but that is...
Well, I mean, talk about a good... Like, it's hard to do drama. Like, not drama isn't like stage, but like the genre, like drama, like
being dramatic or like
being dramatic. Thank you. Yes, yeah, that's what it's
hard
hard
to do the drama.
Yeah, like comedy can be pretty. It's a little easier. It's a little more lenient, I should say. Like drama is so like being dramatic is, I don't know. It takes a certain amount of skill.
Right, and this guy is just riddled with skill. It oozes like the guy himself oozes charisma. Not to mention how humble he is. Like every time I go to his videos and I read the comments, it's people just praising him, and he's responding to as many people as he can.
That's cool. You like to see that.
And he's just as humble as can be. You can tell, like you can just see how genuine of a guy he is. So what's great is like he not only portrays people who he looks just like.
Yeah.
Like so his big thing is he looks just like Brad Pitt.
See that, yeah.
Like. Well, a shaved-headed Brad Pitt, and Jack Nicholson, a young Jack Nicholson, when he wants to portray that character. And his clips are, I guess it's a green screen that he's using.
It has to be.
It's
with
just,
that clean of a background.
So clean.
Yeah.
It's ridiculously clean. The lip syncing is, you're not going to find anybody on TikTok with more precision than him. We just watched a clip of him as...
Dude, it was 3/4 of the way through that video, him being the Joker with Batman, before I realized that he was lip syncing.
You thought it was just him portraying
I
the voice?
did. I was like, damn, he's really good with his Jack Nicholson. Like, I thought it was just an impression that he was doing. And then it clicked, and I was like, oh, he's lip syncing.
Right.
Like, I legitimately, and even after I knew he was lip syncing, I still didn't, like, it doesn't look, like, it's not like I caught him. I was like, oh, okay, I can see where he's messing up here. No, even afterwards, I was like, this guy's good.
I have watched so many of his clips to see if I can find a moment where I'm like, that was off just by just a hair of a second. And I can't find it.
How much time do you think that is? Like, I wonder how much like that's what I always think when I see stuff like that, is coming from a creator, a creative background, how many seriously hours it took him to sit there and practice it, and then he's off half a second on this last 3 seconds of the thing, and he's like, fuck, and has to scrap the whole thing.
Yeah.
Also, not to mention, the thing is timing has a lot to do with camera work. Like, if you're doing close-ups and you've got something that needs to be put in the foreground, you've got to be faster.
Yeah.
So if you notice he was doing a Jack Nicholson clip from Tim Burton's Batman.
Yeah.
And he pulls a revolver. In that scene, Joker is able to pull it up kind of slowly, leisurely, because he's in control of the situation.
Yeah.
But he's got to do it fast.
He's got to adapt.
Do it on time, and he does.
Yeah.
That's
a good point.
The cocking of the hammer when his hand comes up, and everything is just so on point.
It's very precise.
The gun's got to be there. He's got to pull the hammer back, and you got to know what he's doing. And so, especially with how close he's doing it, like how close in frame he is compared to Jack Nicholson's Joker in the actual movie, he hits his mark by himself. No director's sitting there telling him about
No director. That's a good point too. He's having to do it literally all by himself, which is another
because
testament.
that's the thing. Like, and to just kind of put this in a little bit of perspective, any film that me and Trey or Trey and Josh have made, usually we're directing each other behind scenes because it helps to have that critical eye behind the fact. It's very hard to have that critical eye of yourself when you're directing yourself.
Yeah.
The fact that he's able to do that is very, very impressive. Not a lot of people can do it.
Yeah. So kudos to Mr. Justin Tate.
Yeah, and a fun little fact. It was the coolest thing in the world for me.
Yeah.
Back in, I imagine it would have been December.
Yeah.
He did a Chevy Chase scene, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
And it was when Clark Griswold was is it towards the end of the movie when he's just ranting about his boss and he's calling him all kinds of names.
Yeah.
And I commented and I said, I think you would kill the mall scene.
Yeah.
Because he's done some comedy clips too. And the mall scene where he's talking to the attractive underwear salesman or women's lingerie salesperson, Clark gets all befuddled and he just, he's just taken aback by how gorgeous this woman is, and he keeps screwing his words up. I was just browsing, things like that, and so he did that clip, and my little comment was up there, and he responded with that video, and I was like, oh man, that's
You're
so cool.
TikTok famous. You're TikTok famous by association.
Just because Justin Tate did one of my recommendations, he got 36,000 likes from it.
Yeah.
So. You're welcome, Mr. Tate. No,
you're welcome. I put you on the map.
I put you on the map, by gosh. Yeah. You better.
I made you the man you are today.
I really didn't.
No.
That's so funny though. But he, this is a guy who, you can tell he's got persistence too.
Yeah.
It's like if he doesn't end up in some big production, like, it's just a crime.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. Like, he's going to make a living doing what I think he might
he's already getting exposure. I mean, he's got what? Let's see, we wrote it down here. 285,000 followers on TikTok. I mean, that's nothing to scoff at. That's
That's huge.
good. So, and it's only going to grow from here.
Well, and you see the same thing over and over in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
It's, man, how are you not verified?
Yeah.
How are you not well over 1 million?
Yeah.
Because there's people that have content
Yeah.
that are just not even, like, the man's got more talent in his pinky than these people do in their whole bodies.
And they've got 5 million.
And they've got 5 million and they're verified.
Yeah.
And it's like, people just, I won't bash the creator, but it's just like, it's a crime that some people,
Yeah.
I'm happy for them, but if they've got it, it's like,
How can he not? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of time.
it is. It really is. That kind of talent can't be hidden.
Yeah, and so if you want to follow Mr. Justin Tate, want to hang out and catch these awesome videos that we're talking about, the Jack Nicholson impressions, the Clark Griswold,
Brad Pitt,
you can find him at Justin Tate, and that's Taite on TikTok. You can also follow him on Instagram, and that's going to be at Justin Tate. So same thing.
and that's all the social media that I'm aware of.
Yeah, he may have more. I don't know.
Yeah. So on his Instagram, I don't believe there's any more links to any other social media that I found. If I'm wrong by saying that, then please forgive me, Mr. Tate. But TikTok is where it's at for this man.
Yeah, I mean, for good reason. He's incredible.
Yeah, I think he has mastered. He has talk about utilizing TikTok's
I do
tools.
want to add, it does seem like he has a Twitter, also the same handle.
Okay,
So he does
perfect.
potentially a Twitter. Potentially Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter. So cool.
Awesome. All right, so we've knocked out Ryan's voicemail. We've knocked out content creator of the week.
Yeah.
And
You're getting a phone call from
David himself.
what a sweet young man.
What a promising future that young man has.
Yeah, just the unmitigated gall. Unmitigated gall.
Oh my goodness gracious me, oh my. What time are we at?
You're currently at 1 hour, 12 minutes, 47 seconds.
12 minutes,
okay.
47 seconds.
We must have gotten started even later than I.
Yeah,
than
it's
I thought.
10:40 at night, gentlemen.
10:40.
Goodness gracious me, oh fly.
I'm surprised Trey hasn't fallen out of his chair asleep yet.
No, because now that Morgan gets off at midnight, I don't get to go to bed till after midnight. So,
Well, did you ever? I mean,
He holds no ill will.
nope.
you can hear it in his voice. Nope, but his eyes are doing something.
Allergies.
Twinkling.
Forever sniffling.
Forever sniffling.
Forever
Brought to
riding
you by
that
Zyrtec.
sniffle train.
Yeah, so I've gotten out. I used to go to bed at like 10 o'clock. It was nice.
Right.
Yeah, kept my youth.
I've been doing better about going to sleep earlier, a little bit earlier. Now, if you're awake,
2 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting
Baby
there.
steps.
Well, 2 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock.
That is a whole hour.
It is. 10. But see, I've got no excuse.
Yeah.
I just I cram a lot of my day into.
Uranus.
I'm an adult, Trey. I don't talk like that.
Oh, your asshole.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I've been going to sleep earlier.
Have you? Good job.
That's
man.
it.
That's good.
Well, I know when y'all go to sleep,
Uh-huh.
like, as long as I don't stay up 2 hours after y'all, I'm doing better than
Yeah.
I have been. It's just my time. It's like,
No, I get it.
I don't know. I enjoy night. That's when I do all of my dreaming and my scheming, and
That's where I do all my stuff.
that's when I do all my stuff, man. No, what it is, honestly, subconsciously, I know I have to stay up. Like, if I wake up, so if my last meal is around midnight,
Yeah.
I want to fast for at least 12 hours.
Your ninth meal.
My ninth. I want to fast for 12 hours, so I don't eat until 12.
Yeah.
Well, if I don't start cooking until 12, I normally don't eat until like 12:30, 12:45, and I'm not done until 12:45 or 1.
Yeah.
Well, then 3 hours later, I got to have my next meal. If you'd have told 27-year-old Josh your second meal, you're going to eat it at around 3:30, 4 o'clock, I'd be like, you're not going to have enough time in the day.
Yeah.
So I have to stay up exponentially later than a typical person
Yeah.
to get to get at least 5 meals that are calorific.
Yeah, is that the word?
Yeah, it can be.
They're calorific.
They're
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yo, X be on some hoes. Yeah, so I don't look like him.
Yeah.
Trey is currently playing with a skeleton, for those of you listening.
Ooh.
He's got his bones in his hand.
Ooh.
Okay, now you're being gross.
Yep.
It was fun. It was. It was funny. It sounded like a goose. Well, that's what we did. That's what we said the other day.
It sounds like a goose.
It's dangerously close to sounding like a goose.
Yeah.
Huh? Huh? Sounds like a dainty goose
A dainty goose.
instead of huh.
An upper class goose.
Posh goose.
Huh.
If you don't make that face anymore.
Huh. Huh. The Posh Goose.
The Posh Goose.
That's going to be the name of the CS restaurant.
The Posh Goose.
The Posh Goose. And it's going to be like nasty, greasy burgers. You think you're going to walk in and get duck.
I was
and
just saying,
quail.
always sell as
We've got
lamb.
deer we've got deer burgers and
We've got
beef
rotting-
that's come right off
we
the
got-
slab.
Stan's Deer Burgers.
Stan's Deer Burger. Yeah, that's what we'll call it.
The special is llama. We call it the Timmins special.
Yeah.
The Timmins special. I'll have the Timmins special. It is roasted llama.
Excuse me, sir. Have you heard of the Posh Goose?
Oi, you heard of that Posh Goose? Going down there to get a Timmins. We'd have to have a craft, like, name of a craft beer. Like, because you can get really creative with that.
Yeah.
What's the sperm whale's name?
William?
William.
William. Never mind.
Well,
I was like, if he had like a normal name, I could like work with something. But
Yeah.
William.
yeah, well, that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Well, if baby llama gets popular,
Yeah.
and, like if Gucci gets popular, we can have Gucci fries.
Yeah, Gucci
I feel like
fries.
that just sounds good.
Myself, those fries tasted quite scrumptious, if I do say so myself.
Oh, Gucci.
You, one could say they're quite Gucci.
Yeah.
Just saw this like one thing where there's like her. I bet you he's cheating. Me and the boys. Yeah, bro, that was pretty good. I must say so myself, gentlemen. Those fries were quite deliciously scrumptious.
Yes, they were. Oh, you have to do something with cheese balls.
Cheese balls?
Cheese balls, big dog.
Cheese balls, big dog?
Cheese dogs, big ball.
Oh! At
Cheese
the
dogs, little dog.
At the posh
How now,
goose,
brown
what do you-
cow?
At the posh goose, what are your sides? Well, we got cheese balls. Oh, what else? That's it.
Yes.
What do you mean, what else?
Yeah, that's what all the
All
waiters have to
offended?
say.
What?
What do you mean? What else?
Like blink a few times with a blank face and just go, what?
Huh? People who are listening, if this is the first episode you've ever listened to, you're going to be really confused.
Why do they keep making those noises? Because we're posh geese.
We gotta have, I don't know, gotta have the Curtis something. Curtis has got to be on the menu. That just sounds gross.
Yeah.
But it's like sounds like an old man.
The Dirty Curtis.
Dirty Curtis.
That's our IPA.
I was gonna say it's either our IPA.
That's awesome. I love it.
It's either our IPA or our mixed drink special.
Yeah. Dirty Curtis.
A Dirty Curtis. I love it.
I like that.
It's like milk, Kahlua, because it's our state drink. Milk, Kahlua, and jalapeno juice.
What?
Yeah. Dude, jalapenos in everything now. Like mixed drinks,
That's
like
true. That's actually very
and
true.
IPAs. Like Ryan will be telling me
Yeah.
something about like a new drink Emily's making, or
Yeah.
or I don't know. I could have just made that part up. Ryan's watching like, no, I haven't.
Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about, Josh?
Or maybe he's told me there's been a drink that he's tried that has jalapeno. But I feel like jalapeno is now a part of it. Like it's everywhere. Like people are doing jalapeno and everything.
Yeah.
You know what used to be in everything that you don't hear is in everything now is soy. Like everybody used to say soy's in everything now.
Yeah.
You don't hear that anymore.
Well, now that they figured out that soy's like massively cancer causing, It's like, oh, maybe I won't get my soy latte or my
Yeah.
cancer latte.
Yeah, not only that,
Cancer
but it's
latte.
like it's plant estrogen, so it's basically increasing the estrogen levels
Mm-hmm.
in men. So it's basically like, well, it's basically, I don't want to like say it's turning them into
Substituting,
like
but
the-
yeah.
it's growing the man titties.
Yeah.
It's the man titty
Yeah.
crisis.
You ever seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
Wow.
That's a makeup for your transition earlier, right there.
Goodness. And for those of you not in the know, that question has been asked,
Since we've been friends.
and only 8 of those times has Trey asked not to be funny, but genuinely forgot that he had asked me the 7 times before.
Yeah. So, remember, he's like, I only pretended to pour the soy in my latte. You remember that where he's with Troy? He's fighting him.
Yes, I know exactly.
Quite
with the
possibly.
vegan police.
Yes, the vegan police. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I remember
the
that
vegan
now.
police. He's like,
the vegan police.
I thought real hard about pouring soy into that one. He goes, you just drank half and half, bitch.
I remember. Yes,
Yeah.
that's funny.
As soon as I heard soy, I was like, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
So our business cards.
Oh yeah, we have business cards.
Yes, we Create Stuff podcast.
We created business cards.
We did, and on one side of to me,
created shit.
We did.
we did. Look
How
at
about
us.
that?
Look at us go.
Look at us doing what our moniker says.
Man alive. I feel like that's something your wife would say. Man alive.
She's never
I can hear
Josh,
her
hey, I bet Trey. No.
literally never.
No. Just no.
No, I'm saying I could hear her saying it. Like, man alive.
See, I could too, like with like her southern accent and just like her disappointed or exacerbated about something. I could hear
Man alive.
No.
Fuck you, Trey.
She says butthole a lot though.
She does say butthole a lot. For
When
somebody
when she dropped the peanut butter.
butthole.
Oh my god, when he's okay, don't interrupt him. Right when he says when she drops the peanut butter, we're talking about buttholes.
So she dropped the giant jar of peanut butter on her toe, and she said butthole.
Yeah.
And Morgan doesn't swear. She doesn't talk.
Buttholes are go to.
Crudely. She nothing. But
It's always been butthole
that's
since I've known her.
yeah.
Yep.
All
Smack
right.
her on the butt and she gets real mad. Butthole! Drop something on her. Butthole! Something scares her. Oh, butthole!
Oh, buttholey.
Whoa.
So yeah, business cards.
Yeah.
One side, our poster, our
Yep.
Star Wars, our spoof of the Star Wars poster.
Yep.
Which if that's the first side you see, hello.
Yeah.
You're welcome. The other
Either
side,
you're in or you're in.
exactly. Do you want to watch this? Yes or yes.
Yeah.
The other side.
Damn it. We should have put that on there somewhere. Hindsight 2020. Yours is still really good, though. I appreciate it.
So the flip side of the card that if we say pin it up in a grocery store lobby.
Yeah, Ingles.
Lobby? Have I ever? It is a lobby. When you first walk in, that'd be a lobby, wouldn't it? Maybe.
It's technically a foyer.
Producer Quaid, you're needed at the Posh Goose. You're needed in the
It's like my
foyer
dick.
of the Posh Goose. It's in the foyer of my scrotum. Oh man, now I'm not me, not Hermione.
So if we hang it up in the of a grocery store,
Or E-City Java here in Anderson.
yeah, you native Andersonians,
Yeah. The side that we're gonna have
that you will see.
flipped up that you will see with your peepers will say scan here to laugh, and it will be a QR code.
Yep, and it'll take
How
you-
are you not going to be intrigued?
Yeah.
And where's it going to take us?
Linktree, right?
Yes,
Which is
to our
really
link
going to
tree.
disappoint people because they're going to go, this is funny, and they scan it and it takes them to Linktree, and they're like, fuck this.
Yeah, but hey, you have options.
Yeah, we gave you options. You can laugh at us on TikTok. You can laugh at us on CS Podcast YouTube. You can laugh at us on Spotify. You can laugh at us on iTunes. You can laugh at us on Google You Google podcast. You can laugh at us in your heart. You
Twitter?
can laugh at us on your face. You can laugh at us on your Twitter.
Laugh at us on the street.
You can laugh at us on the street.
Yeah, if you
can
see
laugh
us.
at us.
You don't even have to see us to laugh at
Yeah.
us. So once you pick it up and it says scan here to laugh, minds are going to go, I wonder if there's anything on the other side of that would give us a clue as to what we're going to laugh at.
Minds
They
are
flip it
gonna go,
over. Huh? And then they flip it over, and it is you and I'm portraying Princess Leia. You're portraying
Your blaster's behind you, Leia.
Lucas Skywalker.
It's just Luke Skywalker.
I feel like
it's not Lucas.
It's George Lucas.
I know.
I'm sorry. Star Wars is my.
I'm sorry.
Star Wars is my bread and butter.
You touched a nerve. You twitched a nerve.
I touched a nerve there, eh?
Felt a disturbance in the force.
You ever watch a good movie and you just don't want it to end?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
Ever go to a party and it's like, okay, it's time to go, and you rode with somebody? I don't want to leave. I'm having fun
Yeah.
at this
It's
party.
like when you're watching hentai, and once the scene's over, you're like, I don't want the story to end. This is
Yeah.
a good story.
I was into the plot.
yeah. And
Where
you're-
did those aliens come from?
And like,
What is Mothership Beta?
I've been flaccid for 20 minutes. I'm really into this.
Who is Captain Quark?
Did you ever see? There was this one meme. It was.
Sorry.
Oh, it's got. I feel like the closer to the end of this show it gets, the raunchier it gets.
That's
Oh,
a good
man.
coctopus we got over here.
Sure is.
Shout out to Cassandra.
Space.
Oh, Cassandra, our first
interview.
farmers market, not farmers market.
She was our first farmer's market.
Not
What a compliment.
interview.
What a great... Thank you for being a great farmer's market.
You could really,
We really
get into that
appreciate it.
Being like a new like put down for like a female who might be looser than others. It's like, boy, she's a whole farmer's market, and it's like, what does that mean? She's loose. she's a farmer's market.
She's a floosy.
And everybody walks around. They look at her. Some people engage. Some people don't. Some people pay money for it.
People
Maybe
squeeze the
stolen.
melons.
Could be melons. Could be
Yeah.
stolen.
Yeah.
Cucumbers are involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where we stop. Cucumbers.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's where she kept going.
So, a new fitness influencer I'm watching
Uh-huh.
now, who's on TikTok and YouTube, Noel Dizel, I think, maybe his name. He's foreign.
Yeah.
And, like, you know how YouTube now has the shorts?
Yeah.
The short clips, like, copying TikTok, I guess?
Yeah, pro tip for those too, by the way. If you're a content creator and you create YouTube videos, it's automatically enabled when you upload that people can sample your videos and make them shorts, so they can effectively steal your content. So you should probably turn that off when
What?
you upload your videos. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, it's right under there.
How is that allowed?
It's just automatically set to on. So every time you upload a video, you need to turn that little box or tick that little box and turn it off. And all your past videos have it set on. So if you have 130 plus videos, you got to go through each one of them and turn it off.
That's actual insanity.
Yeah. Pro tip for you creators out there so that you know.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Shout out to Hero for that one because I forgot about it. And he's like, hey, by the way, remember, this is a thing. And I saw that it was turned on your video. And I was like, let me turn that off.
well, the amount of people reposting on TikTok and their
Yeah.
videos absolutely blowing up and them getting followers is just
Yeah.
obnoxious.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to do that. There's there's not even like, even if you give the person credit, like this is their original, like
Yeah.
at that point it's like you're admitting how lame you are.
Yeah.
That blows my mind. But no, this gentleman, he's jacked to the gills. He's totally not natural. He admits that.
Yeah.
He calls out other influencers for,
Pretending to be natural and not being.
either that or not disclosing that they are and telling
Yeah.
people, hey, if you take this or if you do my program, you're going to look
Yeah.
like me. So pay me $500. And he encourages those influencers to,
Just a quick question for my edification. Can you look at somebody like right off and tell that it's fake or real, like muscle or without steroids or anything like that? Like, can you look at somebody right off and like tell?
Josh probably can.
some
That's
are
what
more.
I was asking. Is like, can he tell or like is there
Some
like
are
a
more.
difference?
Some are more obvious than others. There's always going to be a question with some guys who are natural and who are like jacked and ripped.
Yeah.
You're going to go, is that natural? Because the level of which somebody trains, exercises, what they take. There's so many combos of stacks of steroids you can use.
Yeah.
Do you have an anti-estrogen to, balance out the increase in estrogen that comes with just the hormonal imbalance?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got cutting agents that somebody might not be on, some that might be on them. Coming from pro wrestling, in a locker room when a guy like walks through, like you can almost instantly tell, especially when he takes his shirt off. Like I've wrestled a bunch of dudes on it, and I can tell you this: if they shave their arms, like most wrestlers, they'll have their arms shaved, their legs shaved, just to tape up and look aesthetically pleasing. Most guys, when I go to lock up with them, and I have to put my hands around their neck or their trap or something, usually I feel stubble on every bit of like their muscles, like their back, and it's like, I don't know, like a wire brush. It's like so thick.
Yeah.
And not to mention they look completely unnatural. Yeah, there's a look. A lot of acne. Acne comes along with it. Thinning of the hair. Not all these symptoms are going to apply to everybody, but most look natural.
What a general kind of rule of thumb that you can kind of use it to gauge.
They look like they're in anime's final form of that one villain.
Yeah.
It's probably not natural.
They look like
Right.
Golden Frieza. They might be.
Yeah.
So a good rule that I heard a YouTuber say, I can't remember if he was natural or if he was just open about being on steroids. He said if you look at somebody and you have to question whether or not they're on it, he goes, always default to they are. He goes, and you're going to be right way more times than you're going to be wrong if you look at somebody and go, they're probably on something.
If they look like they're out of, I don't know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they're probably on something.
Exactly.
That's a decent rule of thumb.
It's like the question, like, well, I wonder if Mark Wahlberg got on steroids to do this one film, or if The Rock did.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, they did. You know how many millions of dollars is involved with their role in their...
You want to, real quick, just thinking about doing shit for roles. I feel like Christian Bale needs to be mentioned.
Yeah. Oh,
The extremes that man goes to.
buddy.
And the strain and the stress it has to put on his body, even with doctors' care and like guidance.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. Sorry, I just had to like, needed to be acknowledged.
No,
it's
absolutely,
incredible.
because my wife, she actually watched a movie with him. I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically where he was basically, his character was struggling with insomnia. In fact, that might have been the title of the film. He goes almost full-blown anorexic to the point where...
like that. I think that's the role I'm thinking of.
But he's done that twice.
Yeah.
Because he's done it in that movie, but he's also done it where he was like a prisoner of war.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
But
it's
but that's the
insane.
thing, he's done it twice.
Yeah.
Like he's had to do that twice.
He
in his
did
career.
that, and then he beefed up for Batman.
Like within months, right? I mean,
Yeah.
or like maybe within a year.
So
which is...
You take that, and then you take Robert Pattinson, who I think finally came around.
Yeah.
But there was a big thing surrounding him because he didn't want to beef up for Batman. He didn't want to get in shape.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're going to need you to. And he's like, I'm going to be a different Batman. I get it, but the problem with I'm going to be more of a detective. The problem with that is if you look at the evolution of Batman, think about one of the first Batman. Blue tights, black, the blue Batman.
Yeah, you're talking about Adam West.
There you go, Adam West. I've heard that name my whole life, and I can't remember it to save my life. But very just normal physique.
Yeah.
Very normal. It has evolved and evolved. Batman keeps getting bigger and tougher, and, the suit started having six-pack and all that. So it's like, I don't know. Some people were saying that it was a bit of a disrespect to what he's been given, this role, to not want to just get in shape for a role.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I also, to an extent, like, I don't know, I'd like to see a different take on Batman. I feel like all the Batmans that we've gotten recently have all been that gritty Dark Knight Batman, and we've had it.
Yeah.
I would like to see a different kind of take on it. And the big thing that draws me to Batman is that he is a detective.
Right.
I like that aspect of him. So if we could play that up some more and him not just going out and knocking heads, like him actually being a detective, I'd like to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's known though. Like his identity is, I would say it's crime fighter, and you think physical first. Would it be fair to say that he's a physical fighter first and detective second?
Depends on the writer.
Okay,
very much depends on a writer. But I mean, I would argue that he is very much a physical fighter because he is so smart and a detective, and he can retain all of those, like all the muscle memory that comes with it. I mean, if you dive into Batman, he knows I don't know how many forms of martial art.
Yeah,
like it's insane. Like a normal person probably isn't gonna learn that many and be able to retain that and be able to switch to it and things like that. There's also the fact that he has his gadgets that help him in his crime fighting. He developed those gadgets. Without those, I don't know if he'd be as effective. But it depends on the writer which way they want to lean into it. If they want to make him more of the detective Batman, or if they want to make him more of the crime fighting, like vigilante beat 'em up Batman. Because there's also Batman. You think about it, like Batman has a contingency plan for every single Justice League member. If Superman fucks up and goes off and does something, Batman already has a contingency plan to deal with him because he's smart and he's thought through. That has nothing to do with his crime fighting prowess as far as his physical strength. It's his mind. So yeah, it depends on the writer.
Well, I think the total package is what makes up Batman.
Yeah,
he's got the crime fighting ability. He's got the real nasty.
And what I'm saying is, like, it seems in the movies recently they lean more into that crime because it's flashy. It's for the big screen. I get it. Like, you want to see him punch somebody and throw him off a building. But at the same time, I feel like they could use a little bit more leaning into the detective prowess of Batman and watch him break down a crime scene. I think that's probably my favorite part of the Arkham series, like the video games, is going into the crime scenes and using the detective mode and piecing stuff together and being like, oh, it's this, and he used this compound that can only be found in this part of Gotham City, and so they had to come from like that. I don't know, it's kind of cool. Like
that's a good point. And then you've got the whole the backstory is such a big part of him, and it's such a great. That's what makes him such a good complex character is crime fighting abilities or physical abilities, the detective aspect, and then his story.
Yeah.
You've got sympathy for him, and now he's here, and it's great.
Martha! It can be a little daunting with just how much material. I mean, you take Spider-Man, for instance. You've got Spider-Man, you've got Ultimate Spider-Man, you've got Miles Morales, you've got Spider-Man 2099, you've got the whole Spider-Verse, and then you've got, within that, branching off, you could get Venom, you could get Carnage, you've got... what is it? Ben Parker when he's Scarlet Spider. Like there's this whole multiverse of just Spider-Man that it's like, where do I start? Superior Spider-Man with Doc Ock.
Side note, you'd be really proud of me. Just a mere hours ago, I looked into because I go to you for the history of my comic book characters.
Yeah,
I only know
the best source, but
I only know Batman, a bit of Spider-Man, and like I'm very surface level. Like I like Marvel movies. I'm just I don't know why I just never like. I just like what I watched growing up. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know more about them than I do Captain America.
That's fair.
But like. Venom really intrigues me, and I literally started looking up YouTube videos on just the history of Venom.
Oh, dude!
So now I'm being educated. I've never sought out education on a comic book character, but I am now with Venom.
And you get into the whole symbiote line and Carnage. I love Carnage just for the raw.
I now know Carnage is a spawn of him. And then
he's so cool.
What's Carnage's spawn?
You've got
the one that technically makes Venom a granddad.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Oh, I don't remember. I'll have to look it up.
I just watched
I'm not familiar enough with all of the spawns of because there's Agony, there's Scream, there's like these weird other offshoots that I haven't read into enough about.
God, what was his name? But it was Carnage's spawn.
But yeah, it's a cool the symbiotes are cool and they have their own thing with the mark of Carnage and going in through. Like it's almost like a curse in a weird way. I haven't read that comic thing, but I've read like the synopsis of it and stuff, and it's like something that I want to get into.
The alien origin of the suit, and then what it does. Like it's that whole thing is getting pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the old Greg clip. It was like part 2, and he said, "You're at old Greg's. We've got all things that are good. You're at the CS podcast. We've got all things that are good." Now there's a meme that we could make.
Yeah.
The guy trying to leave old Greg's lair. And it's like fans trying to tune out.
Yeah.
And old Greg is us. And it's like, where you going? You've got everything you need here.
Yeah.
But no, I think we're good, man.
All right.
stay tuned. You're going to be watching this or listening to this on a Friday.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Just a couple of days.
Just a couple of days. Look out for our next premiere at 6 p.m. on Sunday Eastern Standard Time.
And then an after party to follow.
Which will be a live stream of us playing We Don't Know What yet.
Yeah, we don't actually know yet. Well, we'll probably know as of the airing of this video.
Yeah, we'll probably know. We might, I don't know, maybe drop it in the comments on what we're going to do.
Maybe we will.
Give a little,
probably not. Maybe we will.
Maybe. Maybe. Give a little teasy tease. But now that does it. We hope to see you there. Thanks for listening. We don't ever thank people.
What the fuck is that? What's your outro?
No, I don't know. No, y'all are welcome.
Hashtag you're welcome.
You're barely worthy. Yeah.
You said it. I didn't. I'm not.
Send your hate tweets to at Scottish Hush Puppy
at
on
dipshit
Twitter.
on Twitter.
Yeah, you just created that new Twitter handle for me.
DMs are open.
They're wide open. Well, we've been the Scottish Hush Puppy, and I've got some food to go eat.
Until then, my ghastly gang, stay spooky.
Jordan Bell stirred. Jordan Bell stirred.
Create shit. Build anything. Make it real.
I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Bell third. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping these birds. Sipping on Ciroc, trip 'em up with the words. I done popped the Molly and I think it's be my third. Jordan Bell